Hello, and welcome to a word of hope. Today we celebrate the first Martyrs of Rome. I'm Father Steinkerchner, and here in South Bend at St. Edward's Parish, we're going to be taking over the parish this summer, so I'm here helping out this weekend until we get everything settled down. It's a lovely place, as you can see, but no air conditioning, so you hear the fans going. Anyway, the preferred readings today are the readings for the weekday rather than the memorial. And they make an interesting juxtaposition, because while we remember the first martyrs of Rome, who under Nero in 64, there was a big fire, and they needed someone to blame, so they blamed the Christians and put lots of them to death, burned to death, crucified, fed to wild animals. It was terrible persecution. But in the gospel today, we have Jesus calling people to follow. And one man saying, "Let me go bury my father first, and then I'll follow you." And Jesus says, "Let the dead bury the dead. You come follow." So when we celebrate the first martyrs of Rome, we don't celebrate their death. We don't live in death and rebury them every day. What we remember is that the faith went on, that nothing could stop it. That's something to celebrate. And that's following Jesus' advice to not be the dead burying the dead, but to go out and preach life. In the first reading, we have a similar story as well, similar in its uptake here connection, because it's Abraham and God walking down to Sodom. God has heard such a bad things, he's going to destroy the whole place. And Abraham says, "Well, God, I don't mean to, but what if there were 50, just 50 just men in Sodom? Would you destroy them along with all of the wicked ones? Far be it from a God of justice to do that." God said, "Okay, for 50 I wouldn't." Abraham now has an in and he starts bargaining, gets God down to 10. If there were just 10 men, 10 just men, would you save the whole place? And God says he would. Another way we can be people of death is by looking at society or a person and just see the sin that's there and not the goodness that is also there. We just focus on the sin. Of course, we want to kill them all, but we're called to see the goodness, the justice that's there right alongside, and to speak to that, to encourage that, to bring life and goodness out of a bad situation. That's what it means to be a person of life. Not be the dead, burying the dead, but to go out and preach the good news. So go do that today.